Zach Sang and the gang.
It's Zach Sang and the gang. We're hanging out in the studio with Mike Posner. Everybody, give it up. Woo!
What a lackluster applause.
I know, it's terrible. And there's
begin.
so many people. Could you turn the microphone on in there too, please? And applaud for Mike Posner.
I'm gonna clap for myself.
Everybody put the cameras down and clap.
No,
No,
we need the
that's all
cameras.
good.
Dude,
You don't need to feed my ego.
you're such a chill guy. It's been so long since
man.
I've last seen you.
Incredible how far you've come. I'm so happy for you.
Me?
Yeah.
How far you've come? I
Both
think.
of us.
I mean, it's amazing.
We're brothers on this journey.
Isn't that insane though? Like,
It's like, yeah, it's what life's about, man. Yeah.
That's crazy. Like, do you think where you came from, like going to Duke and then doing this and doing radio tours and
It's
writing Justin
incredible.
Bieber's Boyfriend and having major hits?
I feel very blessed. Incredible. I'm more excited about next year and the year after that. I think it's just gonna get better. In my life, every year has gotten better than the one before. I don't think it's ever gonna stop. And it seems like the same for you too. So I love
you.
when people take something from inside their head and put it in front of their eyes. So that's what you've done.
Thank
And,
you.
I'm happy for you.
Dude, that means a lot coming from you. So thank you, man.
Come on, man.
Really?
So we got to tell your listeners, because they probably don't know, that we first met at Bamboozle when this guy was 12 years old. I'm
really
exaggerating,
young.
but he was a teenager.
I was 14.
He was
yeah.
14. He interviewed me in a parking lot, and he's like, I got this radio show. I started in my bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Right? And you had just bajillion people listen to your radio show in your bedroom. I don't know why.
I still.
it's
My
pretty
parents
awful.
still ask too. I don't know why. It's sad.
I don't know. You're good at radio, I guess.
Dude,
Most people you wouldn't have gotten that all by yourself. And I remember all these radio stations were trying to hire this kid.
Yeah. Well, see, that means and everybody can attest to this. That literally, when they ask me about Mike Posner, I tell them what a genuinely nice guy you are, and I think this really,
Thanks, man.
this really speaks to that definition. Am I right? Do I not say that continually? I don't know what you're doing, but
Yeah.
She's
I'm
on her
trying-
phone
yeah, I'm trying to
whatever.
preach,
He always says, no. He always is like, oh, that's my man. That's a man. I'm like, listen.
Well, I don't know about all that.
like-
I'm
not
not
like
your
that.
man.
no, not at all. But I do say how genuinely nice you are.
No, he's more like this. He's like, yeah, he's like the greatest guy ever. He's like the coolest guy. Yeah, he's like really cool.
It doesn't sound like me at all, but it's I do speak.
Yeah, he does.
No, but that really
You left an impression on him, I will say. I
Thank you.
was there too that day. No.
Obviously, you didn't leave the
No,
impression.
that's what I'm saying. You guys left an impression on each other because I was also there, and I think this is a fantastic bond. The second you came in, you immediately embraced Zach as if you've seen him just yesterday.
Dude, it was
I think
nice.
you guys should I don't know, be have
It
a
was
bromance.
like that,
or
though. I
something.
don't know what. I don't know what. I was
Mike-
really happy to see you.
Dude,
Maybe you can
that
help him
means a
get some
lot.
chicks.
Yeah,
That's what he needs help with next.
Dude, how are you at that? How are you? Be real with me.
I'm okay. I
I mean, you write about them in songs. I was talking to one of my the interns here, Nikki,
but
on
the
our way in.
existence of them.
Yeah, you talk about them all the time. Like you even called them out.
Acknowledge them.
I have acknowledged them in songs. Yeah, I have called one out.
You have. What's her name? Caroline?
Yeah.
Her full name.
Yeah, full name.
How scary is that for her?
She messed up.
What'd she do to you?
The song explains it really well.
I gotta listen
Yeah.
back and
Yeah.
really take notes.
What was that conversation like after she heard the song?
There hasn't been one.
Has she tried to reach out?
No,
Oh, really?
really.
Oh
Yeah.
man!
If I
would,
was her,
would be
I'd reach
chasing
out.
you all over the country.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe that's your problem.
see?
Too
What?
much reaching out.
Do you think just let that sink in for 2 seconds?
Oh, okay. I'm trying.
That means a lot. That's deep. You're a deep guy. Dude, you're really reaching out on levels right now that I'm not used to. Honestly, I'm on different levels here.
Okay.
Zach, I think the heat
I'm
is
more
getting to
I'm
you.
more yeah, is it hot in here or is it
It's
me?
very hot in here. Where are you going?
I'm going to turn it down.
Oh,
Why is it
okay.
cold again?
I mean, sure. So anyway,
He was
What's
literally
that
hot.
noise?
I'll
Dude, this is namaste. I'm morally on a different level than obviously the rest of you.
yeah. Well, no, I think honestly, you and Mike should go out, and you should just take him out one night to a club or something and just help him. Just send some
Well,
girls. His way.
I'm not the Casanova that you guys think I am.
I
I
don't
don't know
believe
what
that.
type of magic you're expecting me to pull.
I have nothing, man. What's your go-to? What do you do?
What's your go?
Besides you flash that watch, what else do you do?
This is a cheap watch.
But
it's a nice watch.
though.
They
It's a
don't
nice
need to
one.
know, you know?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I try to just be myself. I find that works, and I'm happy. So I smile
Yeah,
and
you
just
smile a lot.
You
I don't
do.
know. I think people like to be around happy people. So I think I try to work on myself a lot and make myself better, and I think that attracts other people like that.
You know, what has this whole experience since, being discovered, what has it taught you? I mean, you've come such a long way. I mean, what have you learned so far? And do you continue to learn?
Oh man, every day. I think that's what life's about. I heard somebody say we're all perfectly incomplete. I love that. We're perfectly incomplete. So, I mean, I look back at when we first met. I was like so different. When I grew up, and even when my success first started happening, I was a really shy person.
Mhm.
Extreme, like really, really shy. Like my family back home and like my parents' friends, they always tell, like, I was just back home. They're like, let me tell you something about Michael. You know how surprised we were when he was so early. They're like, when he was young, he literally didn't talk. He didn't talk. He didn't talk. Like, we were really worried about him. So I think that was like the first thing that changed me going through this, was that like I came out of my shell a lot.
Yeah.
And I became more of a man in that respect, which was great for me. And then the other thing that happened was, like, I struggled with depression like my whole life since I was a teenager. And I remember thinking, like, once I get a record deal, I'll be good. Like, all those problems will be solved because I'll have a record deal. Like, what?
You'll be flying. You'll be on top of the world.
Yeah.
That's all you need.
But did you find that, though? Were all your problems solved once you had a record deal? Or
No.
did that just bring a host of whole new problems?
Yeah, so I got all these things that I wanted to get, and I felt the same inside. I still had the same problems. And so that's when I started to work on myself. And, when I was going through that, I was going through, like, trying to figure out what I was doing in my life. As I think a lot of people in their young 20s are. I know you didn't go to school, but a lot of people have finished college, like, you're just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I had success, but I was still trying to figure it out. And so that's when I started writing songs for other people, and I was going to quit being an artist.
Even after Cooler Than Me
Yeah.
and Please Don't Go?
Yeah, after that, like a year or two after that.
I mean, those are two, for the years they were released, two major hits.
I just felt like I wasn't really, at that time, I felt like, man, I was doing music I was addicted to the fame. I was trying to get more of these things to solve this hole that wasn't filling up. And I just thought, maybe you're not meant to be an artist. You sit at home and write these songs for other people. Let them go tour and sing them. And then a year and a half ago, I was on the airplane, and this song popped in my head. It's called Pretty Damn Good, and it's on my new album. And the lyrics are, I can't sing like Frank Sinatra. I can't dance, I'm not that cool. I can't act, don't got an Oscar, but I did pretty damn good when I found you. And when I heard this song in my head, I started thinking, who could I give this song to? And I couldn't think of anybody. I was like, man, you have to do this yourself. And so that song kind of made sense to me, because it was like, yo, you're not perfect, but you're doing pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then at that point, like, I used to feel insecure, like, when I would be in the room with, like, Adam Levine and Bruno Mars, because they're, like, perfect dudes, right? These guys are, like, perfect, like, they're amazing.
Or they appear to be
but not
perfect,
only
though.
talent-wise,
No, I think-
aesthetically, they're great looking.
I think Bruno Mars actually might be a perfect person.
Yeah.
Like, having worked with him, this guy plays every instrument. He's, like, the funniest guy I ever met.
Everything from head to toe.
Yeah,
is perfect.
he's amazing.
Yeah.
And I used to feel insecure about that. Like, man, how am I supposed to be an artist? This guy is supposed to be an artist. Then when I heard this song, I realized there's nobody that's imperfect. And so my job now is to be the imperfect guy and still do big things,
Yeah.
but do it all as a normal person. And letting you know, you, the listener, listening to us now, if this normal kid from Michigan can have his songs, be on the Zach Sang show, then you could definitely get your dream too.
Absolutely.
So
Wow.
it was
Absolutely.
it was that one song that brought you back.
Yeah.
How amazing is that? And that really, I think, shows the power of music
Yeah, I felt it. Like,
and the power of a lyric.
Yeah, in my whole body, I felt it. So I just knew.
But I think it's also inspiring that, like, after you had reached so much success, you realized, like, you were not smart. I don't want to say smart enough, but you were sort of aware enough to realize like that's not what's going to make me feel complete. That's not going to help me with it's not going to make me feel better.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I think you have to work on when people say happiness comes from within, it's like a cliche, but some cliches become cliches for a reason.
Right.
Maybe there's a truth behind them. So that's definitely been true in my life. Like I reached a point of happiness that was like the highest it's ever been at a low point in my career. So I realized, man, my happiness doesn't have to be attached to my spot on the charts.
Absolutely.
I could be happy no matter what. And then when I start being happier, I think it starts attracting more success
Good
to you.
things start sort of, like you said, falling into your brain,
It's
falling
like
into your life.
Yeah, it's like fixing the problem at the root instead of watering like the branch or the leaf.
Absolutely.
Wow. Isn't it amazing when people, think that, someone who has success in any form is probably crazy happy. You know what I mean? And they really live the perfect life.
It's ridiculous.
But when you look under the hood, because I think the same is true for me and as it is with you, you look under the hood and there's so many, just holes. There's black spots that need
there
to
are
be.
plenty of
No,
holes.
there are 1,000 holes, and it's true.
Yes.
People really believe that there's a perfect life, and like if you were to ask me about Mike Posner, especially at the peak of your career with "Cooler Than Me" and "Please Don't Go," 2 amazing songs.
Thank you.
I would have said this man must be the happiest right now. He
Yeah.
must be insane. He's never going to want to give up music. He needs to ride this wave till the end. But really, that not the case.
It wasn't the case.
And there's so many examples also that prove that. I mean, so many, unfortunately, artists who have, let's say, passed before their time, or, just examples of anybody who reaches the epitome of this where everybody wants to be, and then they're like, wow, what's the problem? What's going? Why are they not happy?
Yeah.
We're not in. No
But
one,
I think anybody can be happy.
Yeah.
And what I started doing, I started meditating.
To
I
help.
meditate twice a day. I do a thing called TM.
Okay.
And if anybody wants to check it out, it's tm.org. And yeah, it's just 20 minutes twice a day, and it's like life changing.
It really
a lot of people do it. Oprah does it. Ellen DeGeneres.
I've
does
heard
it.
Howard Stern does it.
anything
A lot of
Oprah
people
does.
do
Howard
it.
Stern does
Yeah.
too, yeah.
So what is it?
Crazy.
It's just 20 minutes a day in each increment, or is it 20 minutes total a day and you just
No, 20 minutes twice a day.
20
Sorry.
minutes twice-
Sorry,
that-
I messed up. I
No,
said
that's
once a
not
day.
bad at all. I mean,
Yeah, so you do it once in the morning and then once in the early afternoon.
Okay, so I've tried meditating before, and how do you get your brain to like stop moving? Because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
Do you have to lock yourself in a room?
I'm not a teacher. There's like teachers that like really like train. It's almost
Yeah.
like if you ask like another student how to do math in class.
you can't do it.
But I'll tell you, like, there's definitely different types of meditation, so I don't know what kind you try. But in TM, it's like really easy. It's a natural process, and like when your thoughts pop up,
Yeah.
that's part of the process, and you just return back to the
like
thing.
redirect your thoughts.
Yeah, and how we like really can help change your life, because you realize that you choose your thoughts.
Yeah.
So if you're having a bad thought, you learn to stop having that thought. Like I used to go in a spiral of I have one bad thought and then I go in a spiral for it could be hours, it could be days, where I'm thinking of just bad things. But you can stop that.
That's incredible.
Wow.
Because I
It's
do
such
that
a
right now. Like one thing pops in your mind, and
You
it might be
just go.
completely negative, and you ride that,
Yeah.
and it does spiral. It's like a kettle. So
But
just,
you learn
Change
to stop
it.
it. Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
TM.org.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do
We
that.
gotta check that.
Now I'm gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
You should definitely try it. You learn from a teacher, and the class is like an hour,
Mm-hmm.
and you do it 3 days in a row, and then you're done for the rest of your life. You just know it.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sick.
And now that helped you really, I mean, bring you back and release new songs. You have the new one with Sammy Adams,
Mm-hmm.
LA Story.
Yeah.
And
We
then
love that song.
I'm obsessed
Thank
with it,
you.
but
Yeah.
I'm really obsessed with your new single. Just give me the details on it. I was listening to it today in the car. I listened to it. Both of them are on my iPhone, so I listened to all of
Thank
them.
you.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, so
great.
my new single is called The Way It Used to Be. And I wrote it with Martin Johnson and Ammo. And it's about a girl that got away.
Really?
But we made one of the tricks I like to do is take a sad subject matter and make happy music around it. And there's this like dichotomy where like the lyrics are talking to the music and back and forth. And so that's what we do with this song. It's like if you just listen to a song like a happy song, if you listen to the lyrics, you're like, oh, there's another layer to this.
Now, the other thing I was talking to, the team about before was that you just don't release singles and you don't just release albums. You have whole mixtapes. You are constantly making music and releasing it.
Yeah, we talked about that. It was like you making the show in your bedroom was kind of like doing a mixtape
Exactly.
for me, because I made a CD in my dorm room.
And that's how it started.
Yeah, and that's how. Yeah, I made Cooler to Me in my dorm room. So like,
Did you know you had a hit in your dorm room?
No, I thought that was so. It seemed so far fetched to me.
Wow.
I was just doing music that I thought was dope.
I mean, a song that really, that changed, radio for that year. I mean, that was huge. That's still played on, we still play it as a recurrent now.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
That's a song that will last for a long, long time.
I hope so.
That's crazy. Like, that's insane. You just made it in your dorm room.
Yeah, but you just like had a show with 2 million listeners in your bedroom. That's crazy too. So it's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you have in your notebook? Are you always writing?
I'm not writing right now, but I try to be writing as much as I can. So inside this notebook, there's goals of mine. Some of that have already been achieved, some that haven't. There's poems of mine, some of which have been recorded by my friends, other artists. There's songs in here, some of which have been recorded by me, some of which haven't been recorded ever. Some of which have been recorded by really big artists.
Like who? Like I want to hear a song that's never been recorded before. You got to give me a glimpse. You can't.
You want him to like read a lyric?
Give me a lyric. You can't bring in the notebook and tell me what's.
Well,
in
I know
it.
some by heart. Like I don't know what you want. A song or a poem or.
Well, you give me whatever you want. you take it away.
Is this an exclusive?
Oh man, I'm trying to think of what to sing.
You have the book right there.
Yeah, you can just open the green notebook.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Pat, which song do you think I should sing? What? Which song do you think I should sing?
From your notebook?
a new song they haven't heard.
Something good.
Everything's good. That's what I've heard from everybody here. Everybody listens to all the stuff that's like not majorly released, and they go, everything is catchy. You just write hit after hit, even if it's not a single. It's still
I don't
considered
know
a hit.
about all that. Thank you. What would be a good one?
He's really thinking.
Okay.
Give me anything.
I can sing pretty damn good.
Okay.
Go.
What were you trying to say?
Still not well. It's not gonna be.
Wish I had the piano
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah.
Okay. Pretty damn good, yeah. It's like, I can't sing like Frank Sinatra, and I can't dance, I'm not that cool. Help me.
Okay.
I ain't no star, don't got no Oscar, but I did pretty damn good when I found you. I wish that I was perfect, but it just ain't me. I kinda don't belong up on the TV screen. I never whipped a Bentley, baby, you know me. And I don't got a halo, but I know one thing. I did pretty damn good. When I found you, I did pretty damn good. When I found you, I did pretty damn good. When I found you, I did pretty damn good. When I found you.
Wait.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Fantastic.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, next time I gotta
Dude.
bring the piano in.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Wow.
was incredible.
That was
Thanks,
beautiful.
bro.
and
Appreciate it.
that all goes in the green book. So do you carry that with you everywhere you go?
Not everywhere I go.
I
Definitely
mean-
not, but
Like, what do you do when inspiration strikes? What's your go-to
write
way?
it
Like,
down
you
or
write it down?
record it.
I do it on my phone. I recorded the voice memos on my phone.
Yeah, I
because
do that
I
too.
can't type.
If it's a melody, I'll record that into my phone. But when I'm writing lyrics, I like to write it down. It's something about.
It's easier.
That was so
Wow.
that was beautiful.
Thank you.
That was really good.
I can't wait for you to hear the real song.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Now,
I'm sure
that's going to be on the
everybody is.
album.
Yeah, it's track number 1.
And that
Ooh.
was the song that
Wait.
brought you back.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's great.
Now, are you going to continue writing for other artists? Because you did. You wrote Justin Bieber's Boyfriend.
Who else? What else did you write? And who else have you written for? That we
I
would know?
did. I worked with Labyrinth on the song called Beneath Your Beautiful.
That's right. I just heard that. Yeah. I just heard that.
But that's probably my favorite, or the song I'm most proud of. That, like, whether I've sung it or not, like, just I think it's like the best song I've been involved with. Beneath Your Beautiful. And it was a big hit in the UK, and people are starting to know it here. So
Is that the one with Emily
same.
Sandé?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Thank you, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, she's incredible too. So I feel like I can't. I was listening to her record, and I hadn't like heard her stuff, and I just was thinking, oh, this is so good. I really want to work with her. I really want to do something with her. And then, like, I kept thinking, like, how can I do something? Should I send an email? I want to do something. And then I just realized, you already wrote a big song. Well, I wasn't in the room with her. I was with Labyrinth. So
and she just featured on it, so
yeah,
she even get to
featured
hear.
later. Like, he got her on. I think they're friends. I've
Yeah.
never met her. But it was just cool. Like, dude, you already did that.
Who do you want to
Yeah.
work with? If anyone, or you just on just a completely Mike Posner path for a while.
Yeah. Well, I'm working right now. I'm really not doing much for other people. I do
Good.
something for someone else if I really love them.
Yeah.
So like Labs, I still go in with him. Like if he calls me right now, I'll go anywhere to work with him. We have like a lot of new songs for his new album, and one for my new album too that
Very
we did
cool.
together. And like me and Justin would mess around on the road and
Yeah.
stuff. We did one new thing on the road, but mostly my new stuff. But before I die, I want to do a song with Paul Simon for sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
He's like, I really love
That'd
his
be
music.
awesome.
It's probably hard to like realize, but he definitely influences my music a lot, like as a writer, especially lyrically.
Yeah.
Not so much like sonically and melodically, but he uses a lot of alliteration. So he'll say something like "a mother murmurs something in the darkness" with 2 M's in a row, and it just sounds really cool. So I steal that a lot.
That's amazing. Like you pick up on all those things.
You try to learn from like people that are dope.
I think that also defines a great, smart artist to sort of take from other people.
A
and
great
make-
copycat.
No, I don't think so. I think it's just, and everybody needs a little bit of inspiration. There's always somebody that came before you, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's one of the best writers ever. So
And you just got off the road with Justin Bieber. How is he? You need to teach him this meditation.
I think he might. I think he might want to learn it.
I
Personally.
think it's time.
Scooter does it.
Scooter does
Yeah,
it?
Scooter does it. I think Justin might start doing it.
What do you think? How was that? How was the tour?
It was amazing. Incredible.
I like how you write handwritten letters and you take a picture of them and that's what you tweet out to everybody.
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
I mean, after the show, coming off stage can be kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
A lot of people like to film like artists walking on the stage and how they deal with that. But really, like, I think a lot of your longevity is determined by what you do like right after that, because that's like the hardest thing. You're just like king of the world, and then you're in a room by yourself.
And then you
Yeah.
have to come down.
So like
true.
for me, like that was the best way for me. So I would always write. I always felt so overwhelmed with like gratitude. Like I how do I repay these people? Then I decided you can't repay them, but you can thank them. So I always would try to write a note to the city, to the fans at that show, in my notebook, and then I would tweet that picture of that page.
I wish more people saw it like you. You're such a genuine human being.
Yes.
Like, do you know what I
Thanks,
mean?
man.
Like,
You
I
too.
mean, completely. I mean, you really do care. Like, it's amazing. It's amazing.
I love these compliments. Man. I need to come here more.
But I'm gonna be real with you. You know,
He doesn't compliment anybody.
no, I don't because
Pretty self-serving, actually.
we shout out this number all the time, but we've done 2,000 interviews. Okay, we've interviewed every different form of celebrity, and we've got everybody from douchebags to nice people.
Whoa,
but,
easy.
But you can rarely say that someone who walks in here is really genuine
Thanks,
and actually
man.
cares. And it's very rare. And
I appreciate that.
Do
I
you-
feel like you guys care about what you do here.
I mean,
I mean, he's been a lot different than the other interviews we did today.
Did you? I mean,
Yeah,
how were
a lot.
they?
I mean, they were good, but this is just a different vibe. Feels like we're having like a real conversation.
I like
I
having-
feel like I'm talking to friends right now.
That's see.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we like. We
Dude.
want you to. We
Yeah.
want to be friends with you, Mike Posner.
We're friends.
I think that's a fun. Shelly will do whatever it takes to become friends.
Excuse me, I'm a
She's-
friendly person.
She's done. She's my friend already.
She's on the list.
Yeah.
Who else is on
Yeah.
the list? Anyone?
You are.
Me. Okay.
Yeah, Burks,
Thank you.
Pat.
Yeah, who are some of your like
Do you have any?
celebrity
Any
famous
friends? Do you have any?
You could be like me. I have 0. I have very few.
I don't believe that.
Well, I mean,
I have like 3.
no. Is there who do you hang out with? Where do you hang out? What do you do when
Well,
you're just hanging out?
I'm from Detroit,
Yeah.
but I went to school at Duke, and then I moved to LA after that, which is amazing. I love LA, like especially growing up in the Michigan cold. It's
Big
summer all
difference.
year. But there's a lot of like superficial people there. So I haven't. I'm like you. I have like 3 friends in LA.
It's very little.
I've lived there for like 3 years. I met like 3 like people that are like really my friends.
Who makes your list? Anyone that we would know?
That are like singers?
Yeah, anyone.
Definitely Justin Bieber is one of my good friends.
Okay.
Big Sean.
Sean?
Yeah, I know him from Detroit. Like
Okay.
before, we're like friends before all this stuff
That's
happened.
awesome.
So he's like one of my best friends. 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz, really?
Yeah.
2 Chainz.
Yeah, it's cool. The day that Boyfriend came out, and I think it was like #1 on iTunes, I was in studio at 2 Chainz, and I just thought to myself, this is so cool, man. You get to make music with Bieber and 2 Chainz.
That's awesome. What was that day when that song became #1? I mean, that song is still a big song. I mean, you have your own hits, and you have hits for other people.
Thank you, man. Yeah, I just all I remember that day was that I was in the studio at 2 Chainz doing something for Chainz album.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Mike Posner, dude.
You're so nice and fantastic.
Ah, you guys are too. Thank you
Yay.
for having me.
Dude, please give it up for Mike Posner, everybody.
Woo! Wait, when is the album
I'm not
coming
clapping for myself. I'm not clapping for myself.
out? And we don't have him.
Oh,
on
wait, you
video.
have video.
He's
Shoot.
clapping for himself.
When's the album coming
Yeah.
out? It's coming out soon, right?
The album is called Pages, real quick, because
Yeah.
of my notebook, as we already talked about all that. So it comes out later this year. I don't have a hard date, but soon.
Zach Sang and the gang.